my God, that's blasting in my ears. Hello, everybody. I am maybe the highest I've ever been in my life right now. I literally just got some new stuff, and I was like, let me just try it out before I get on the live stream. I'm not kidding. It might be the strongest shit I've ever had. I'm on another in another realm right now. I mean, I feel good, but took me by surprise. I'm not quite. I'm like here, but I was just like not expecting the insanity that this is. I mean, it's great. It's right here. We're gonna smoke more. I just want to let you guys know this is a little more potent. I sprung for the better stuff this time, and it does hit quite harder. Like I'm used to pretty good stuff, but this was like upper echelon, like Elon Musk sent it to me, is what I'm saying. It's from Elon Musk. Puff Puff the Magic Dragon. What is up, Belarisha? I think I said it right. Colvin Ninja Master. We've got Kate, Amelia. Clever name I made. I said Ninja. Knuckin' Futz, Little Para Monster. Ooh, my vision, that like blurred everywhere. Elk. We got Elk back. Good to see ya. Tealbird. Vero G. I think. Oh, Forrest the Runner. Hi guys. Tell Jay I can't make it tonight because I'm on a trip, but I wish for the best of the episode. Forrest the Runner, thank you, my friend Patrick. And I think that's Amelia. I definitely said Amelia. I think. I definitely think I maybe possibly 100% said it. B. Bow to the Avatar. Bow to the Avatar. That is an interesting name. That's I feel like that's newer. What is up if you are newer? I have to go get my daughter tonight. Her car's fuel injectors died and so car is in the shop, and yes, it is Belarisha or Caitlin if you prefer. Caitlin Trueblood. That is also the great and powerful Caitlin Trueblood. So guys, the end of the episode, I wore this shirt intentionally, even though it is Vox Machina. I wore the shirt because we are going into what appears to be maybe the best bar scenario we're going to encounter so far. I mean, we've had very awesome bar encounters along the journeys, but I'm wondering if this is going to be like top notch, because it seems like more of a like populated bar and in a worse or more fighter type area. What am I looking for here? New window. There we go. There we go. Boop, boop, boop. All right. Who am I? Who is your daddy? And what does he do? Timestamp, please. People. Someone probably already put it in there. Did anybody? What is up, Jerome Grant? Anybody else jump? Dark Wolf. What's up, Dark Wolf? Bow to the Avatar. I dig the name, and it strikes me because I haven't seen it before. The Scruff of the Town. 2/12/28, 2/12/29. Right in that vicinity. All right, I'm clicking on my own live stream. Let's watch me react to my own live stream. That's what we're going to do. What if we just did that for like 5 hours? Just watch me. Ready? We're just going to watch me, watch myself react on a delay, because it's going to be slightly delayed. Look at this friggin' guy over here. Look at this moron. Guy can't even do things right. We can watch myself. That's what we're going to do. All right, let's stop this nonsense. All right, let's get into, because I typed in Campaign 2 Episode 53, and that was the first thing that came up. I did, because clearly I am more popular than Critical Role. To the end. 2/12/28. All right, let's go back. Let's make sure I got everything right. I love it. Inception. Yes. Meta gaming reaction. I could question my judgments or my moves in video games while I play it live. All right, I think it's a 28. Let's see. I'll just go to 28 just in case. Let me hear it. I guess you tech. It's like when he says all right, it's like right in between. So we'll go to 28 just to give Matt. Did I mute this over here? I just want to make sure I'm not blasting your guys' ears out. All right. Give me a minute, guys. I'm right there. And then we're going to start right away because I think we got. Actually, no, it's a short. Is it a short one? I guess it's a short one. I couldn't remember if this was the short one or if this was like a really long one and the next one was a short one. So we got a pretty short one. All right, we're at 212, 28. Let me get the other thing, the clock up. I got a couple beverages, but we're going to slow roll. And we just got bow to the avatar. Oh, I wish I could have clicked it. Oh, and Ninja Master. Ready? You're going to hear it.
LNGBRD Ninja Master subscribed to the channel.
There it is. See that? Ninja Master. I still have the snowman, as you can see. I am very up to date on changing the things. I thought I was early for next Christmas. That's why I left it like that. I was like, I want it to be Christmas all the time. And I'm early for next year. That's how I view it. I view it, and I am ViewMasters, so I feel like I have more of a vote because it's in my name. What am I doing? Who am I? What is this? Who is my life? Who is my life? 28. Guys, this is some good stuff. I'm very pleased with it right now. I didn't even have a drink yet. I waited all day because I knew I was getting new stuff, and I was like, I hope it gets here before we start because I want to try it out. And now I'm kind of like, maybe I should have waited to try it out because I can't see. What happened to the black screen here? Did I ruin everything? What's going on? What's happening here? Did I just make a new window somehow? What is it? Oh, I'm so lost. Give me a minute. I'm losing my mind. Wait, so there's the thing. Where the hell did my black screen go? Did I like lift my black screen off the what happened here? How did it? Is that? It's there. You guys are seeing me at a rare moment. All right. We're good now, I think. I think we're good. We're going to 3, 2, 1 and we're just going to jump in because it's already after 8. And honestly, I just want to start rolling with it because I'm going to forget my name. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Glad I got back home to hang out with y'all. I actually have a drink and some snacks this go around. Elk, Elk, last week was your first go? Your first live stream? I have another bubble tea. Here we go. Like, ready? We're gonna get back into the swing. We got everything up and running. What am I looking at right now, Jay? Who are you? All right, we got Matt over here. We got that. We got this. We got the clock. We got the screen. All right, everything's good. So we're good to go. All around. But yeah, I got one of these bubble teas again. And I have a monster, a hint water, a monster. I have a giant mason jar. Well, not giant, like 20 ounce Hard Rock Cafe mason jar filled with spring water. And this is filled with bourbon. And I have the early bird morning cocktail if I felt like adding a boost of ashwagandha into any of my beverages. Because it is great for energy. And I love it. It actually works pretty damn good. It reminds me of like a 5-hour energy without the crash. But it's like, I mean, I was going to say it's expensive, but I guess it's just as expensive as 5-hour energy. And no straw. What's the no straw? That's an L I have to go back now. Metagaming reactor. Here is, I don't know if, I'm probably wrong that this has nothing to do with it, but in the side of it is a straw. And I just dropped it all. It went into a hole in the bottom of the ground, and the little troll man has to come out and give it to me. It's like the gate. Like it's a little mini straw. Those of you who did not see last week, God, Garrett! Jesus Christmas! So difficult. And then there you go. You got a little bubble tea straw. And I kill it. Kill it. There you go. Now we got freaking delicious bubble tea. The only thing is it's not tapioca balls. It's like air balls. Like balls filled with air. It's fun to like crush them in your mouth, but they don't like have nothing in them. Bizarre. I don't know. Ask the company. I just purchased them because I wanted to try it. Joyba. Last week, first live stream, and no straw. Das Groove, there he is. Bidet Critters can't stay tonight, but wanted to say, have a great stream. Das Groove, you are the man, my friend. Bubbles. Tiny bubbles. Yeah, it's bubble tea with tiny bubbles. There you go. Raspberry, I had mango the other day. I don't know. I used to always favor raspberry and berries in general. But I honestly started digging mango. Of recent, I eat a lot of dried mango. I get a lot of mango flavored things. This right here, the only flavor you could get isn't mango. I thought it was. I must be thinking of something else. But I have something, I think it's my amino acid powder is mango. For a second, I thought it was this. But this is blood orange mimosa. And it's pretty damn good. You'd think I was like sponsoring all these products. I just buy a lot of weird shit and I drink it. Anyway, let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Everyone thumbs up. We're going to take a shot. I'm going to take a shot of bourbon to roll this out. We only have, I think, an hour and 20 minutes. So like and subscribe. Short amount of time to get to 50 likes. Can we do it for almost 2 straight months? Let's see. I'm going to get the exact time down over here. 3:35. 3:35. So we got an hour and 23 minutes. We have an hour and 23 minutes to achieve 50 likes or more, or we don't jump into the next episode. We'll have to wait till part 1 and 2. You'll have to wait till then. I mean, we will at some point see everything, obviously. But like and subscribe to get to that goal so we can keep running with 50 likes a week. Get those likes in. Kate Shorts is correct. All right, everyone's thumbs up. And let's take a shot. So everybody, while you're thumbs up in, and we're waiting for everybody else to thumbs up, get your drink if you have one. It could be water, alcohol, beer, or bubble tea. Joyba. You can only have it if it's Joyba, though. You can have no other bubble tea. So choose wisely. Cheers to everybody to start the stream. I have to drink. I'm an idiot. I literally thought I'm stopping. I'm not talking. What the frick? I think I ripped it too much. The other ones didn't do this. I just spilled bubble tea all over myself. I'm drowning in bubble tea, guys. Help me. Michael just clocked out about 30 inches till home. Is that 30 minutes? 30 minutes. I'm like 30 inches. Michael, that is a foot step. That's more than a foot. Unless you got 30-inch foot, that's 2 foots, 3 foots. It'd be like 3 foots of mine. I'm 11. I'm a size 11. So it'd be like 3 foots of mine. Michael, I don't know if you noticed. Obviously, I noticed. I'm sure you noticed. I'm sure everyone did. Well, I don't know how you guys view it. If you view it the same way as me. All I know is Michael's a moderator now. At the end of the last video, right after we closed out, I went into the settings because I'm like, I'm going to keep forgetting. And just in case the dude isn't around, which honestly, I don't think I saw the dude. Did I see the dude? We don't have the dude. How funny is that, Michael? Michael, you are by default perfect timing. Last week, you guys know how I always forget crap. I literally It was like, I'm doing this now because I'm going to forget. So, Michael, you are the moderator tonight, the only moderator. So, good thing I switched it when I did. Let's just jump in. Here we go. Everyone thumbs up. Oh, wait, should I wait for Michael? I saw it happen. Michael, you want me to wait to 3, 2, 1? Or are you good and you'll sync up? Because I don't want to rush Michael if he's 2 feet. Yeah, he's 2 feet from the house. Thank you, moderators. Yeah, I hope the dude's all right. I haven't heard from the dude actually this week. I normally actually that would make sense. During Vox Machina, I was talking to the dude like every other day. So I'm so used to that. But now that Vox Machina is over and we're back to the normal routine of Mighty Nine, I guess I don't know. I hope everything's good. I'll find out after. Maybe we'll find him. Sometimes Lisa Pocky jumps in late. We'll see. But here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. We're in. I muted Matt, but we're good. Don't worry. Oh, that's loud, Matt Mercer. You're blowing my ears off. All right. Step into the 4 corners. I want it to be the greatest time we will ever have in our lives. How's Ninja? How's work? I saw the pizza symbol. What's it looking like tonight? Busy? Everybody, how you all doing, by the way? Everyone's good? I saw a bunch of people writing. Everyone hit their likes. I'm going to make sure I drink this level. If I don't drink it level, it's just going everywhere. Also, guys, I last night watched some movie. It leaked. It's brand new. Filmed in Ireland, it appears. Called Unwelcome. Crazy little goblin movie. I was pretty impressed with the effects and everything. Half little goblins. It was like all these, I don't want to ruin too much, but it's in the synopsis that it has to do with like little goblin people. But it's like real live action, well done stuff, I thought. Creepy and weird. People want pizza before the blizzard starts. Slammed. What is this blizzard? Am I getting a blizzard in New Jersey? What is this blizzard we speak of? Is there something a brewing? I heard like rain before or something, but I was outside earlier and it wasn't too bad. It was just like a little cloudy and shitty. All right, now we are noticed by the entire bar. Yeah, give him crazy eyes. Crazy eyes. I'm surprised they still haven't mentioned the new guy. That's where I know Crazy Eyes from. That's got to be a fighting pit, right? And there's a chair. Oh, lots of chairs. Deep joke. What is that? What is Foley work? Does anybody know? I honestly am quite curious. And there's semen. Travis. What is Travis's? New Hampshire should be getting an inch an hour. Am I getting snow? I mean, it doesn't matter because I don't really have much to do this weekend. If it's going to snow, this is the best weekend to do it. The next 3 weeks, from Monday on, the 3 weeks from there, I got to run the whole arcade. My business partner's going on a business trip for 3 weeks around Europe, and I got to watch everything every day. So I will be quite busy from here on. Yeah, what? I want to get into this fighting world. Foley is how sound is added to film. Look up some clips. It's amazing. Are we going to be able to engage in this world of fighting? Yeah, let's fight him. Can we challenge him for coin? I want to challenge him for like you got to beat up the biggest guy in the bar kind of thing. Like coconuts for horse walking. Monty Python. Even though I've not seen Monty Python, I'm pretty sure that's for Monty Python. Not getting snow and I'm paying attention, guys. I just wanted to look real quick on my weather report. I'm seeing 5 years of rain. Nike, I don't need your goddamn. I hate you. I hate you, phone. I don't even want to look. It looked like a lot of rain until maybe tonight or tomorrow morning, I think it said. Maybe it's not cold enough where I am. It's 40 degrees where I am right now, so I don't think it's cold enough. It looks like I'm just going to get a lot of rain. It never rains. Matt is batting them with a pit. Baiting them with a pit. I was going to say, I'm like, what? Yes. I want them in the pit. Can we please do it? I would love it. There we go. How do you throw your hat in the ring? Beautiful. He broke his... What is it? Ocular... Wait. Orbital bone? Is that what it is? Boxers break it a lot. I think it's your orbital bone. Where your eye, like, literally falls out because you're there. Like, just like that. Yep. I feel like it's that kind of craziness. Delicious. I want everything to do with it. Let's fight him. It rained 3 inches here last night, followed by 50-mile-per-hour winds. That's what I hear, strong winds and hard rain right when I started. So I think that's all I'm getting. Hopefully. I just don't want to deal with snow. We made it, like, I feel like the last 2 winters were the most gentle winters I can remember. I bought a plow truck like 5 years ago. And I mean, hey, I'd rather not plow, but it's like been nice weather up around here ever since I had like 20 years of horrible weather, and then I buy a plow. Let's enter. I'm totally down to enter this pit of fighting. Critical socket. I love it. I like this guy. I already like him. He seems like he's not like an asshole, but he's tough. You're very astute. It's a terrible smell. Humans suck. Is this guy screwing with us, or is he just actually speaking truth? Throw something at him. Challenge him. I would challenge him. He turned his back. I'd say, don't you turn your back on me. Even though I wouldn't normally do something like that. I'll fight you for a question. Smack him in the back or something. Start a fight. She wanted to fight him. I would have thrown some shit at him. I wanted to know if he's having nightmares. A guy like that probably is always having nightmares. Bo just wants to punch things. I'm totally down. She's got one job, damn it. I'm totally down with her punching shit. I said this many times. When I would go to the bars, I never was the bad guy. Maybe once or twice. I said this. I'm not going to lie. Maybe once or twice I was wrong because I got way too drunk. But most of the time, I was always ready to fight because I wanted to. But I only fought bad people that sucked. Like abusive, drunken losers. And I will stick to that. Look at this. Look at this dude. Rask. Bo the Sane. Ninja Master, people always want pizza, as I am sure you know. But yeah, we always sold more ice cream cones and stuff, like the blizzards, like that in blizzards, than not. Interesting. I mean, I always want ice cream. The arcade, we always have fully stocked with all sorts of ice cream. I would eat it year round if it didn't kill me lactose wise. I'll go more for frozen yogurt or something. Yes. Yes. It is very obvious. I mean, that's what I wanted, though. Bo was doing exactly what I wanted. I wore this shirt because I felt it was the most bar accurate, because I knew we were going to be drinking and fighting probably at a bar. But I should have worn my Bo outfit, the little hoodie thing I got, because Bo is ready to throw. That's my saying now. Bo is ready to throw. What are we doing? Here we go. Rolling 20. 21 with the ad. Who else wants a shot? Because we're getting through this pretty quick. We're probably almost an hour left. What do we got? We're at an hour. We'll take a shot. We got 13 minutes. We'll be at the hour. Sorry, the monitor's violently shaking. I'm just a horrible person. My bad. Oh. Oh, we're having a face-off. Bo, face-off. Yeah. What you've done. See, this is what I was kind of talking about. If you had somebody that was an outsider come in a bar and start doing stuff like that, somebody in the bar, if you were locals, would be like, who the fuck does this person think they are? And at some point, somebody's going to challenge you, especially if you're looking for a fight. That's what would happen all the time. People would come from outside. Like, we don't care if, people, outsiders come, but don't be an outsider and come in there looking to start shit. If you do, someone's going to challenge you. And somebody challenged, or is gonna at least. And Ninja is, here we go. I'm gonna open the window. Get your radiators ready. Get your engines ready. Now, guys, I told you already, this shit might hit harder than anything I've ever had. So, if all of a sudden I start losing consciousness, just wait till I wake up. It's okay. That's not going to happen, but I might be a little crazy. So here we go. All right, let's see what happens to me. And then in about 10 minutes, we're going to take another shot. So let's see how I am in 10 minutes. My bad. That was not my fault. It was all of your faults. One of you made me choke. I saw it happen. Evidence. I have the receipts, as they put it nowadays. I have the receipts. No, I actually don't have any receipts at all. I totally broke my shot rule. I drank the wrong drink. I forgot. I'm an idiot. This is such a weird start to a conversation. Uh-huh. I honestly didn't think there was going to be like such a Bo-centric kind of episode. Bo is like the whole, so far we're like 15 minutes in. Bo is everything. I love it. I love it. What it, Matt is really, the music too. Listen to the music. Very like mysterious. It's got like doo 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 doo. It's like almost like, I can't think of what I'm trying to say, but I think you understand. Bo is so great. I got myself some Cheech and Chong's what is that? Standaka for later after I drive. What is that? Standaka. Standanko. Or is that Stadanko? I don't know how to pronounce that. But it has to be amazing if it's Cheech and Chong related. John Forsyth. I'll catch this video later as I've actually got plans tonight, but wanted to hop in here to say hello. John, if you're still here, my apologies, I missed you. If not, I mean, if you are here, then I'm going to drink a sip of this tea in your honor. The bubbles are very weird. There's like bubbles in the bubble tea, and they're just filled with air. But when you bite them, they're really thick shelled, and they're like fun to pop. Like almost like, I'm thinking like when you get those plastic wrap things and you pop them with your hand. I feel like it's that in your mouth, and it's very odd, but I like it. And guys, if you're jumping in, we are past halfway, 50 likes, and we jump in to the next 30 minutes of episode 54. Yes. Yes, I'm pretty sure Bo she's looking at least fighter, at the very least fighter. Greater healing. I don't remember not doing insight. Thank you all for the congratulations. I saw them, but shouldn't text and drive. Michael, you text and drive, god damn it. What do you think this... No, I'm just joking. Don't do that. What's the strain name? The strain name, Bob, Bo, Bob, Banana, Fana, Fo, Fob. Is that what you're talking... That's the name game. I don't remember not... 18 more likes, guys. Yep, 18 more likes, and we are into episode 54. One short, and you could all go to goddamn hell. I don't give a shit. No, I'm just joking. But I really mean it, even though I'm joking about that as well. Hello? What is this? I feel like this person is somebody beyond just wanting to fight us. What is the name? What do you think it is? Is it... I don't know. What could shock me? If you want to know my name... What? Obviously, this person is a fighter. Throwing fists. Keep the streak alive. What's the name of your strain is the question, Jay. What is a strain? Name of your strain. I don't know what that is. Oh. I am horrible. It's cherry poppers. Cherry poppers. And then I got pink gummies. They were both the highest of what my guy had. And by guy, I mean, I beat somebody up and stole all their shit on my way home today. My bad. I just was really in need. I'm sorry. Dark Elf NPC 125 probably. I never text. Joking. How do you think I am doing this? Oh, texting and driving. That is Ninja's professional. I mean, is I can't. I'm sorry. I'm broken. I'm broken at this point. Perchin', we got a half perch going on, guys. There is a half perch coming. Pink gummy sounds tasty. I always think it's funny all the different names the strains get because none of them have ever tasted. They always taste different and have a different like feel and everything, obviously, but none of them ever taste like they sound. Like pink gummy sounds great. It tasted like a different kind of burnt tree. Like I don't know. Like none of them I've ever had have ever been like, if you just blindly told me, what do you think this tastes like? I would never have been like, cherries and poppers. Cherry poppers. I don't know what a cherry popper is, if that's something. All right, see, there we go. We got to fight, we'll get respect, and then we can ask all the questions we want. That's what I was thinking. Have you guys ever seen Knockaround Guys? I've brought up Knockaround Guys before, but the movie is so-so. It's like, I recommend you see it, but it's not a great movie. But there's a scene where Vin Diesel is the most jacked I've ever seen him. And he walks into a bar and literally they do what I said. They look for the guy that's an asshole, but then make an example of him. And he beats him almost to death. And it is a life lesson to never fight Vin Diesel. The new gummies I got right now are so weak. I really hope. I don't do edibles only because I feel like I could eat endless edibles and I stay like very minimal high. Like I'll be good, but I never get like great and it's always way more expensive. But this is good. Normally I got to take a couple of hits. You guys know. Normally I've already smoked out the whole room. But this stuff, like right now, I'm pretty, now that I was used to it, I prepared. And I feel really good right now. It's also called, if you look it up, which Ninja might be doing, Cherry Popper strain. It was like the highest energy party type of weed you could get. So that's why I wanted it. I wanted to have more high energy. I keep getting like low energy ones that are more like sedative and sleepy time weeds, I call them. I mean, they're great, but I don't like sleeping. And I was sleeping all month because of this other stuff. You're taking the wrong... The dude! What is up, the dude? The dude has cometh. All right, what's happening here? I don't want to miss anything crazy. To the gravel pit. My bad. That wasn't my fault. I pull out a sequined glove. She started is that I do quite I vaguely do remember talking about the Michael Jackson glove. Was that spoken of? That had to have been like way back in single digits. I vaguely remember. He's like, where did you get a sequin glove? But I'm pretty sure we spoke of this. I was a psychic 500 fights. Michael's right. That was the Knockaround Guys. 500 street fights to be a legitimate tough guy. Vin Diesel beat up over 500 men to become an enforcer for the mob, basically. And he gives this whole speech about how his road to 500 was rough, but now he learned all these lessons and he just beats the shit out of you. That's what he does in real life. That's what Vin Diesel does right now. He's like near 55, 60 years old. If you see him, run. She started the campaign with it, I think. I'm pretty sure you're right. That's what I'm thinking. We all knew Bo would be part of this. I'm loving it. I honestly didn't know how Fight Club we'd go. I was thinking there might be a bar brawl, but I didn't know there'd actually be like a pit and like people. Like, this is way better than I thought. Less drinking. See, the other way, I thought there was going to be a lot of rowdiness and drinking. They're still drinking, but this is more fight directed, and I dig that better. We are 17 likes short of hitting episode 54 tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The ogre sits. Look at Marisha. Marisha is full perch now. I didn't realize, but she has now gone full perch. It was a trinket. She was started. Oh, guys, speaking of trinket, I went on the site to buy the slippers, the trinket slippers. They only make one size, and people were complaining. Now, I understand. I'm not going to rag on them because they have their reasons. But the reason I didn't buy them is because they only make one size, and people were saying if you're over a size 9 or a 10, don't even bother because your foot will be crushed. And I'm like an 11 and a half, 12. Maybe I could fit into an 11. Sometimes I squish into an 11 and that's uncomfortable. But I'm like at the very least an 11 and a half. I usually buy a 12 just to have a little room. And they were saying don't buy it if you're under a 9 or a 10. So I mean over a 9 or a 10. So I couldn't buy the trinket slippers, and they weren't cheap. They were like 60 or 70 bucks. And I was like, I'm not going to buy something that ain't going to fit. I mean, I wouldn't mind if I knew I could get my size. But that is a hefty price for things that probably won't fit. So that is what happened with the trinket slippers. And as far as the Whispered One shirt, I changed my mind and got different ones. So there are shirts coming. I got a CAD one. I got a couple different ones. So there are shirts coming. But I didn't get the Whispered One because I changed my mind. I'm not kidding. I saw it so much that I was like, all right, I'm good now. Because it's like the first time I saw it, I was like, I got to get that. Then I kept seeing it and I'm like, now I've seen it so many times. I was more interested in other ones. So I still would have gotten it if there weren't better ones, in my opinion. So I got better ones. I was a size 15. No way I'm fitting into those. I am an 11 and my son wears a 16 men's. Yeah, I'm like, I'm like used to be a little bigger size than my brother. I think my brother's like a 9.5, 10 maybe. And I would just get his hand-me-downs. So I would always squeeze my feet into smaller shoes. And then when I was like buying my own shoes and actually in high school joining track where I actually needed legit shoes, I got my feet like measured out and they're like, you know, you're wearing like 2 sizes too small. And I'm like, sorry, we don't got money. I get these shoes. That's what I got. I'm lucky I have soles. I'm an 11, 5 men's, and I think 13 in women's. Oh, 11.5 in men's. That's my sweet spot. I think 11 and a half is my sweet spot. But I'll get a 12 because I like a little size, little space. By the way, I'm loving the bar. I'm noticing everything going on. We're getting this whole great bar scenario over here. But yeah, I get 12s like slippers. I'll get 12s. Because I like my slippers to fit real loose where I could almost like throw them off my feet. My boots, I get a little big just because I tie them real tight and I like to be able to maneuver if I need to. Like sometimes I got to slip out of things and stuff, so I like them to be a little loose. But my shoes, my like sneakers, my everyday walk-arounds, I like 11 and a half. I think that's like the perfect fit. Like running shoes, if I get running shoes, I'll get an 11 and a half, maybe even and an 11, because I kind of like my running shoes tight. But that's a glimpse into the life of Jay's shoes and feet while we're watching the battle map get set up. Now we have a battle map. Guys, we have hit over 30 viewers in the chat. Like and subscribe. If we hit 50 likes, episode 54 will start. We have 50 minutes left. We're down to 50 minutes. This is a short episode. So we gotta get to 50 likes quick. 50 likes quick. I love the battle map, like I said. Did you see the death saves one? Did you see the death saves one? I don't know, maybe not. Have we told Jay what the non-copyright name of the Whispered One is? Have we told Jay? I don't know. I feel like I might know. It was an item she got from the random backstory. Oh, we're talking about the glove. It's called a bear hug. A bear hug. Oh my god, look at this. Look at this. Oh my god, we got a close-up view of it. I love it. I'm going to look. I'm going to go up close. Caduceus, we got... Man, look at these things. We got some gnarly looking dudes in here. I'm loving it. We got some great stuff. Howdy, y'all. What's up, Malamute? Malamute, you came in at just the right time. We're going to take a shot. Malamute, grab a bottle. Drink at least 3/4 of it in 5 seconds. Ready, set, go. Bat guano. Smearing bat shit all over our face. Matt loves it. He said it was awesome. Wife, I love you, he said, was his exact words. 15 likes to go. Everybody, 15 more likes. And the live stream will never end. It'll be like Lamb Chops play along. And we'll just continue forever. Sweet, I got here in time for the fight. 2200, Surge, 2200. What is up, my friend? Throw your like up there so the world could be whole. All right, we got a lot of dudes in here. That one dude in the corner is massive. Do we have... All right, guys, do we have... I know we heard names, but are any of these people the named people? 27. I'm shaking. Joe has a clothing shop called Death Saves, and he sells a similar shirt. Really? I saw him last night. I downloaded Magic Mike Part 3 because I watch every movie regardless of how ridiculous it might be. And I honestly saw the other two, and I was like, I need to know what happens to Magic Mike. It was one of the worst movies I ever saw in my life. But Joe's in it. That's the point of my story. Joe's in that. Joe was in the movie. And I love him. And I love Channing Tatum. And Matthew McConaughey. They're all great. But it was... I'm not kidding you. I don't expect it to be a masterpiece. It was not good on any level. I thought the other ones were at least like... Besides the men stripping and stuff, because I'm just not really into that. It was a good movie. It had like a story and stuff. This one... I just had a tremor. That's all that was. I don't think we know the name of the ogre or the drow. It's the ogre and the drow. The ogre and the drow. Cancel the natural 20. Oh, Bo is stunned. I was going to say, what just happened there? Bo is stunned. He would just know the name from Stranger Things. I think Jay can know. It's not really a spoiler. It's not like Jay knows anything about the lore. Was that Vecna? Are we talking about Vecna? Whispered One? Maybe you... If it is Vecna, maybe it was said. I can't remember. And... Alright, Bo is stunned. Now we're... I love the chairs and everything. It's so great. I have a theory about all of this. What's the theory? I want to know. I want to know Bo's theory. Uh, 27 hit. That hits definitely. It's not too bad. 10 points bludgeoning. Not too shabby. Not like I thought. I thought things could get. Nope. Bo's 20, right? I think Bo's AC is 20. They legally can't say Vecna in Vox Machina. Yeah, the Whispered One is the title for Vecna. He's a really famous lich from D&D. I feel like back when Stranger Things was on, somebody told me. It might not even have been in this. It might have been in a D&D comment on the Stranger Things videos. I could be wrong. I don't know. But I feel like I did know that. Because when you said Stranger Things, I'm like, oh, I know this. Look, Marisha's up there whispering. I think she's figuring something out or thinking she figured something out. Up, whatever just happened, I think totally ruined her theory. But I can't tell. I mean, nothing's too bad yet. 21 to hit. That definitely hits Jester. I mean, they're definitely chipping away. We had like 10, 11, 13. Nothing crazy, but enough to like chip away at our weaker guys. Grog is taller than 6'9". 6'9" is crazy. The Whispered One is royalty free Vecna. Oh, royalty free Vecna. Gotcha. The Whispered One. I have two male cousins that are over 7 foot. That is tall. The tallest person in my entire family is probably my Uncle Ray. And I think he's like 6'4", maybe. So, not a lot of tall people in my family. And I'm, like, of my actual family, I might be the next tallest. Me and my brother are very close. But I think I might be the next tallest of everyone in my blood-related family. Even my cousins. Even anybody that, like, married into the family or anything. Except, like, if you count Jesse's boyfriend. He might be the tallest. Even I think he's bigger than my Uncle Ray. Today is actually his birthday. My uncle, that's very tall, the tallest in the family. It's his birthday today. I think he's like 73. I want to say. Marisha has thought of something, but Bo has not. I'm not caught up. Coco is right to the left of me, trying to get on the arm of my chair. Should I let Coco on the arm of my chair, or should I pretend that I don't see her and continue to ignore her? Vote in the chat. Gravel at my feet. We're going to have a shot while we vote on whether Coco goes on the arm of my chair or not. Every time I say her name, I see her out of the corner of my eye look like she thinks I'm saying her name, because I am. That's me action. That's me action. Good times. My father's side has all the height. Then my poor mom married in and she is only 5'3". Who do I think will win? Us, always. Want to come in? You have to come? Whack. Make a little note. Make a little note. Hello. Stunning Strike is my favorite bow move. I'm pretty sure, well, I don't know if it's my favorite, like, to see, but it's, I think, the most effective. Stunning Strike. I like when Jester does Toll the Dead. Thaumaturgy. Thaumaturgy. Not a spoiler, but Campaign 1 needs to be seen more than ever. More than ever. Because of what's happening now or something in current campaign. Brian Blessed should voice Vecna in Vox Machina. Is that a name, Brian Blessed? Or is that wrong? Brian, that's got to be a typo. Brian Blessed. 27 hits. 25's got to hit. Flurry of blows. I think patient defense is better than flurry of blows in this situation. Patient defense is probably my second thought to be most useful move of bow. I think Stunning Strike is 1. I think Patient Defense is 2. Flurry of Blows is great, but I feel like that's more like not when you're surrounded by things. Sentinel. Brian Blessed is how it's pronounced. Not sure if I'm spelling it right. A lot of DMs hate it, but it's not as broken as people think. They just misunderstand the rules. Technically, you can't stun lock anything. Stunning Strike is great, but it doesn't work that often. I feel like I've seen it. I think it makes sense that it wouldn't, but I feel like we've seen it work more than it should. If that makes sense, what I just said. Like, it seems like it comes out, like we come out on top most of the time, even though the odds are against us. Constitution saving throw. That is not good. So now, unicorns the size of hamsters. Reminds me of Centaur World. Little tiny Centaur World people. Great. I do kind of miss the hit point meters because this is the first time I wasn't actually keeping count, and now I have absolutely no clue what our people are at. I know Bo is like close to halved. The ogre's got to have some kind of... Look at that dude, man. That ogre is insane. I feel like the ogre's got to have at least 100 hit points, right? Like an ogre that size, that thing's got to be packing some defense. You can't apply a status condition while someone is already under another condition, meaning you have to wait for someone to be unstunned before they can be stunned again. And they're only unstunned. And they're only... Okay, got it. Depends on your... my Wii's. Stunning strike. I enjoy a stunning strike. All right. All right. All right. Well, that was lovely. What? All right. He was prone. Then he used half his movement to get up. He didn't. What was bizarre? All right. At the end of Bo's turn, meaning Bo either has to hold an attack or wait until her next turn. All right. The ogre is on the ground. Jester is stunned. Unicorns the size of hamsters dancing around Jester's head. Jester is out of it. Tiefling penises all over the place. Bo's back. Knee to the kidney. Hello, Sammy, I'm gaming. Oh, wait, Sammy, is that Sammy Time Gaming? Is that Sammy Time Gaming or is that Sammy Tim Gaming? All I know is my cat's name is Sammy. He is not in here right now. Coco is, but that is an amazing name regardless, just because of the great Sammy. Samwise. Patient defense. See, it's always giving us like little chunks here and there. Thanks. Coco's trying to get out. She's making a jailbreak. Jailbreak. Up. Bo is stunned. Bo is stunned. I've been binge watching Adventure Time or something. Love it. Adventure Time is a good show to binge. I've been rewatching it from time to time. Guys, like and subscribe. We're 14 likes away from getting into episode 54. The monk is up. The monk is up. We got about 35. I think it said 3 hours, 35 minutes. So we're down to 35 minutes. 35 minutes. We need 14 likes. Will it occur? Will it occur? The door was open and I didn't want smoke. Up. Static Gorilla. Static Gorilla, if you're in this chat, say what's up because I just saw you subscribe. David France came to offer my like. David France, you have helped out. David France in the chat. We're gotta be like down to almost a dozen. They just handed me my pizza. Now heading home. Michael on his way home. I think we'll hit it. I have high expectations. I think we'll get close enough. We have 35 minutes, 14 likes. Very doable. Michael, did you ever see if the likes added on the last one or anything? Michael was saying how he had other accounts that weren't registering the likes last time. I'm just wondering if at a point it knows they're all coming from the same location or something and then just stops counting them. Little old me. Nine points slashing damage. They just oh, I read that already. Thanks for subscribing, Static Gorilla. Hit the like and also hit the Patreon. Yeah, check out Patreon, guys. 500 million shows come out every day. There's a lot of shows. I think there's like minimum 10 a week. Sometimes there's like 1 week I had 16 shows. I was like, I don't even know if I'm a human anymore. I think I just am a robot and I just watch TVs. I watch all the TVs. I had to do, if you're a Steven Universe fan, someone subscribed this month to Patreon. I had to do 12 episodes of Steven Universe. So if you're a fan of Steven Universe, on Patreon this month, the month of March, there is like 3 or 4 episodes of Steven Universe coming out every week. This all sucks. That's too many shows. I honestly, that's what I used to do though. The funny thing is, even before I did YouTube, I would just like work out. I have a gym because my dad used to lift weights a lot. So I, by default, have a gym. I used to just like watch television and movies on repeat while I would work out after work. That's like what I would do. So now I just do it minus the weights and have a beer belly and do it in front of a screen. I just love my whole life. I just love television and movies. But I still try my best to stay active and work out and stuff. Oh shit. So Jester's about to use a spell. But we are surrounded by people. Steven Universe is so awesome. When is the new Farscape coming out? Malamute. Tomorrow. I will have a new one on Patreon and a new one for YouTube. Patreon at this point, I think, is 2 or 3 episodes ahead in full, unedited. Farscape, I think I'm up to episode 8 or 9. But I will get episode 4, I believe, is what I'm up to on YouTube. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm making it a point to have at least one a week for YouTube because I really enjoy it. And honestly, like things like that, I want people to know about. And I don't think anyone's ever reacted to it. Has anybody seen a reactor for Farscape? We've talked about it, but I don't think anyone has. And it's like a great little gem from the 90s, early 2000s. Tell me when you guys see Callisto in the chat. I'm curious. I said before, if any of you guys know too, I want another show like Farscape that's on YouTube so that the edits are easier. Because if the edits are easier, I could do all the shows I'm doing over on Patreon and have shows that I could edit up quickly. Like, it's got to be a show I want to watch or people want to see, though. Like Farscape, I just wanted to do it. And it just so happened to be like, I'm like, why are the edits so easy on Farscape? It's because it's on YouTube for free. Bo doing a slide attack with advantage. 21 hits. Should hit, right? 21 hits. 21 hits. 9 points of damage. The funny thing is I'm already like 10% through Farscape. Because there's 88 episodes. I'm at least 8 or 9 episodes in. So I'm already like, I'm blowing through it pretty quick. Compared to like other shows. I just want like another, like I love old science fiction shows like that. Practical effects that are like serious but comical when they want to be. Done right. Sort of like Marvel in the beginning. Marvel was very dramatic, but had comedy. Now it's like a lot of comedy. And there's no risk. In my mind, Marvel has no risk anymore. Everyone comes back at some point, and now the multiverse just threw it into a crazy... I mean, I still watch them. I'm not hating on it. But I liked when Marvel actually was dramatic and you felt like people could die. Not like Farscape, but Wayne is good, quick series to watch. Wayne. I don't know if I've ever heard of that. Ted Lasso also starts next week. We're going to be doing Ted Lasso season 3. But that's next week. Apple TV. All of the episodes are in full on Patreon. I looked and apparently I binge watched it. So only like half the episodes are on YouTube. And they're obviously edited. Everybody, all right, so we're just like legit having a crazy ass bar brawl. Like I thought this would actually go quicker than it is. They are taking their licks. And I think we're gonna win. I still think we're gonna win. I think Bo is gonna win. I have ultimate faith in Bo. Wayne, is it on YouTube? I don't even know what that is. Wayne. Reboot was dope. True. I love the TV show called Reboot. Some weird old 3D. I know what you're talking about. I never seen it. But I know what you're talking about. Reboot. I could visualize it right now. I see it in my mind. I feel like it came out when I was like in between the end of high school, beginning of college. And like at that time, I was so like, I was also engaged at the time. So I was graduating high school, engaged to my high school sweetheart, and going into college around that time. And I feel like at that point, I had so much going on, I didn't watch a whole lot of TV. $20 hits. Doocy. All right. We're chipping away. Everybody's chipping away. But 3 gold and a party on the Drow Lady. 3 gold and a party on the Drow Lady. Is not trying to steal a diamond? She sure is. I love it. Not as... Guys, 12 likes away. We're slowly inching towards 50. Like and subscribe if we hit 50. We only got about 25 minutes left of this, and then we're going to talk for 5-10 minutes. If we hit 50 likes, we'll continue. We're Ip Manning it. My God, Ip Man. I've talked about Ip Man, guys. I just saw an interview or something with Danny Yen of recent, where he's talking about how Ip Man was like one of the best favorite roles he ever did. Ip Man is so good. Ip Man, I always like, throughout my lifetime, I've watched martial arts. I've been taking martial arts since I was like 8 years old. I haven't in like the last 10 plus years, but from 8 years old to like my mid 20s, early 30s, I took some form of martial arts or MMA or something. I think Ip Man is probably the coolest martial arts display I've ever seen. I love Tony Jaa. There was like an era of Jackie Chan when I was younger. You had Bruce Lee, obviously. Bruce Lee is like what I grew up with. Then Jackie Chan in the 90s, late 80s, early 90s, through the 90s. Then Tony Jaa came around, and that to me was like the craziest shit. But Danny Yen, Mr. Ip Man himself, might be one of my, if not favorite, fighter guys ever. Tony Jaa's still up there, though. I recently just saw Tony Jaa in something. And I was like, holy shit, he still looks good. He's still, I mean, you don't forget that shit. The dude is, there are different styles of fighting. Tony Jaa's more like Muay Thai, legs and feet. I mean, don't get me wrong. Danny Yen, Mr. Ip Man, does legs as well, but different styles. I feel like Tony Jaa had ridiculous jumping, like parkour jumping type skills incorporated in his fighting, where Danny Yen was like, you thought it could be your friend's father, and then he just walks up to you and punched you 50 times in the chest before you could blink. He's just like a totally, like Tony Jaa looks like a hardened fighter. Donnie Yen, I'm sorry, I keep saying Danny Yen. Donnie Yen is It literally looks like he could just be like a businessman or a dad. Spare the dying. Jester has gotten spared by Caduceus. Spare the dying. That ends the Ogre's 2 strikes. All right. Bo. Guys, I don't know if my bet is correct. I honestly thought Bo would prevail, but Bo is... Maybe some shenanigans will ensue. See, I'm like... I don't know. I'm wondering if like shenanigans can ensue that won't be seen, that could give us an edge, or is that going to be royally frowned upon? That one's cocked. Cocked. Natural 1. 10 damage. Guys, we're 10 likes away. 10 likes away. What movie had the dude fighting with a sword in one hand and an umbrella? I can't remember. Are we talking... Oh, the Kung Fu movie name? A sword? Are we looking... Was that Drunken Master? It could have been Jackie Chan Drunken Master. One of the Drunken... I can't remember which one's which, because there was a couple. But that could be... It kind of sounds like one of the guys that Jackie Chan might have fought in Drunken Master. Because Drunken Master was already, like, comical in a way because of the fighting style. And I feel like that even kind of makes sense, maybe. I could be wrong. I've seen a ridiculous amount of martial arts films, though. Growing up, like I said, I took Taekwondo for 7 years, Judo for 3 or 4 years. I boxed, I took MMA, I lifted weights for like 20 years, 3 hours a day while I trained. So I was like pretty die-hard athlete. Then the last 5 years of my life, I've gained weight, drank beer, and broke my arm. The reason I stopped, I really tore the shit out of my right arm, and I was righty. That happened like 5 years ago. And ever since then, I kind of just fell off the way. It was one of those things where you're just like, I hate everything because I can't do what I love. And then I just stopped. Here we go. Looks like we're getting the final strike. Final strike. Bo. She's totally rolling. My God, how close? How close? I was... blah, blah, blah. Well, Goofy-ish, if shows from the same time as Farscape, is Lex. That I never heard of. Sci-Fi Channel actually canceled Farscape for the last season to keep Lex on. But Farscape is... I've never heard of Lex at all. That's an interesting one. Last 10 likes. We need 10 likes, guys. Like and subscribe for episode 54. It was more recent. The guys had to fight a bunch of different fighting styles. It came out after Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. A bunch of different fighting styles. It was a recent guy had to fight a bunch of different fighting styles. I kind of feel like I know what you're talking. Was it one of the... Was it not... Was it like Kung Fu Hustle or something like that? Or more like recent than that? Kung Fu Hustle was probably like, what, the last 20 years? 50, it had to be at the last 20 years. Maybe even longer than that. All these different fighting styles. Guy with an umbrella. I feel like I know what you're talking about. COVID almost took like 3 years away. Hope everyone did good through the times. Considering, yes. Right square in the junk. Tombstones him. Is the ogre... Yeah, look at this. Ogre is out. We have a Piper down. Key point patient defense. Ooh, I like it. I honestly don't have... I mean, my bet's still on Bo. You ever see, if those of you who bet on sports, there is a point in which you can double down on your bet in some situations. You could double down on your bet and switch. Like say at the half, you're losing your bet. You could sacrifice more points and flip your bet. If you feel like, oh my God, I bet wrong, and you change your mind. But then it's like you lose double. It's not double. It's like you pay a couple points and it's like a little different of odds as far as money, but you can flip your bet. I never do it. I have friends that do it all the time, and then they end up like where they lose now and they would have won, and they end up where they wouldn't even have won as much as they would have won even if they did win. If that even made sense the way I said it. But I never change my bet. Once I bet, I never change. Because then it's like you got to put more money down to possibly lose your original bet. And you know, you always got to assume there's a roller coaster of things in a game. Sometimes games start real far down. Sometimes games start real high. It's like a roller coaster all the time. If you're a gambler, you got to ride with your bet. You can't be switching around. If you do that, in my opinion, you're just betting willy-nilly. You're not really using a strategy. Because I bet based on statistics. Pop, pop. Here we go. Bo is face-to-face. Pop, pop. Oh. A natural 20. Oh, my God, but it was disadvantage. Oh, my God. She got a natural 20. And then she gets a natural... Wait, can't Caduceus... Did Caduceus use the thing, didn't he? Caduceus, can he nullify? Yes, Caduceus, right? That's what I was thinking. Caduceus can nullify. It takes the crit, but the hit still I thought... Oh my God, Caduceus thought about it and he changed his mind. She's out. Oh my God. He did the Street Fighter. Street Fighter final blow. I hate it. I'm so upset. Oh my God, Marisha is probably so... I am upset. Marisha's got to be so pissed off. And he even finished her like you would in... What was that? The first time... Was that in the... Yeah, I guess that was. Yeah. That was even in Street Fighter 2. Kern 2.0. I don't know who that is. All right. All right. This is if Knock gets the diamond or not. Knock gets the diamond or not. Oh my God, I love it. So Knot is stealing the diamond and then gonna whip it in the pocket of another person. Huh? Oh. Oh, so I think the whole bar is going to erupt into a brawl. God, we're going to have a giant... The diamond is so big, it thumped. Oh my god, I thought he was going to rip his friggin' head off or something. The way Matt made it look, I thought he was literally ripping the head off the goblin. So technically, she probably could have won. Grog made a similar mistake backing his campaign 1 to Marisha. So Marisha realized this later, but she was rolling a d6 when she should have been rolling a d8. So she was doing less damage on average than she should have. Oh my god. Is anyone going to see Marisha fight? Guys, 7 more likes. We're almost there. 7 more likes. We got 10 minutes. 10 more minutes. If we don't hit it, I will never come on a live stream again out of sheer horror of the fact that I will have to go down in the ranks and have no 50 like day. I shouldn't have drank all that. That was supposed to be my half chaser. Is anyone going to see Marisha fight? I mean, Bo was also getting help from Jester and Caleb while the monk was fighting everybody. Stoners just added my 4 extra likes. Last time I switched accounts too fast and it took longer for them. That's what I have found out, Michael. Occasionally I would do experiments with different things, and I usually wait like 2 to 5 minutes before I switch accounts. Otherwise, it recognizes that you jumped on from the same IP address. It can't assume that after a certain point, because people might be sharing computers that have different accounts. But if it's that quick, it assumes you're doing it intentionally. So there we go. Michael already has his backup likes in effect. We are 6 away. As far as I see, we're 6 away. Liam is wearing that coat again. Those of you who saw Talks Machina, I saw that in Talks Machina, Liam's jacket, and he said it was something like Fox Hound or Fox Sound. What is that? Because I really like the jacket. The monk sits down. And what was the name of the monk? The monk? All right, maybe it was like a bit of a training experiment. See how tough we were. 4 likes left. We're almost there. Added my second like. Different IPs. Anyone? I hope I am able to. I think we're going to hit it, guys. We got 10 more minutes. A little less than 10 minutes. We need 3 more likes. I think we're good. We're jumping into 54. I'm going to call it. In 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, we're hitting 50. We're going to be over 50 likes. Short rest. Let's do a short rest for Jester before she dies over here. The balls. See, the straw is curved, so I feel like it doesn't really get the balls like it should. And yes, that's what she said. I have to rip the top off to get all the balls in my mouth. We're 2 away, guys. We pretty much hit it. Let's celebrate early by hitting the radiators. We got about 8 minutes, guys. Maybe Ninja will be out by then. Ninja said Lex was so dirty. Dirty, like, I'm shocked. I gotta say, I'm shocked at how Farscape is as sexual as it is. I've never seen a practical effect Muppet kind of sci-fi show that is as sexual right off the bat. It wasn't like it built to it or had to like win over viewers by changing it up or doing different things further in. It is like right in your face. Talking about boners, though, I swear in that one episode, the girl took Diargo's Or Dargo's. Dargo's, I'm pretty sure she went down his pants and then was caressing his chin. And we all know what caressing chins does. I don't know about you, but that's the most pornographic thing you could do is caress a chin. Radiators. Raunchy? Oh, I like raunchy. I heard they said I got to repack, so we're going to do it again. I heard you said that it's not as good as Farscape, but was it good? Was it like worth seeing? I'm talking about Lex. Lex makes Farscape look like Mary Poppins. Really? Was that what its intent was? Was it intended to be like a porn basically? Cuz some shows just get graphic cuz they know they'll get viewers. Was that like Lex's deal? I've never heard of it. I can't, like, most of the sci-fi shows growing up, I didn't see a lot of them, but I remember like Battlestar, I remember Farscape. I just never watched them. But like Star Trek, I mean, I don't know if that was on sci-fi. I just never watched like a lot of sci-fi shows. I watched a lot of movies. Focus time. Oh, focus time. All right. Jester is like, that was a. All right. Let's go simultaneously. We're going. We're going, guys. We're going to pack. I missed so much of this episode. McWiggins in the house. McWiggins, slap your like on. We need 3 more. The likes have fluctuated up and down 5 to 10 likes in the last 5 minutes. New packed bowl. Radiators, everybody. Paying attention. I think my body's adapted to it because now, even though this shit still hits hard, I think I'm like expecting it to now. So I'm like, good. That was a nice one. The Scowl Square. Remember me at Scowl Square. This is interesting. 22. Hi. I am very curious to see what's happening here. All right. Sprinkle. Sprinkle. Already did 48 likes. Under 5 minutes, guys. Under 5 minutes. We need 2 likes. I mean, we are going to talk after. And I mean, at this point, we're likely going to hit it. So don't just assume, though, because I might just disappear. I might just go, wah, like that. That was me disappearing. What is about to happen? Is this like some weird trap? I mean, I don't know. Yep. Okay. I feel like we're doing Arya's blind test. I don't want to ruin too much for those of you who have not seen Game of Thrones. Is it what's her face? What's her face? I can't think of the name. What's the name of the Cobalt Soul? What's the name? I can't think of the name. Dairon! Oh my god, I'm such a bastard. I couldn't think of Dairon's name, and it's Dylon. I hate myself so much right now. I said that Dylon... Oh, I'm so mad. Dairon... I thought that, I'm not kidding you, I should have said it earlier, but I couldn't think of Dairon's name. And I'm thinking, this dude, like, when she approached, before we even fought, and I'm like, I feel like that's Dairon, but I didn't even want to say it because I'm like, that's crazy. And I was so high at that point, I thought I was thinking crazy thoughts. And then I couldn't think of Dairon's name, so I'm like, I'm not even going to bring it up because I'm going to have to go down this whole path of trying to remember the name. And I'm thinking that was crazy. Every time I think something's ridiculous, I hate myself for not saying it. Did I say it? Maybe I did say it. I don't remember. I don't think I did, but I was 100%. And we break. I hate when I don't say things. I hate when like big reveals happen that I thought were a thing, and I don't think. I'm always thinking that's crazy. Like, why would this random person that's eyeing us up be Dairon? But that's 100% what I was thinking. Dylon, what's that from? Dave Chappelle. I always say I literally said the last time Dairon came up, I go, I'll never forget Dylon. Or Dairon. Because Dylon from Dave Chappelle was one of my favorite skits. He talks about how he's the greatest rapper. And 5 of the greatest rappers of all time are him. And he's like, Dylon. And he's like, I always remembered it. So I'm like, Dairon, I'll never forget. Dylon. Yeah, Dave Chappelle skit. I mean, I'm happy it is. When you guys said focus time, literally, I'm like, no fucking way. It's going to be Dairon. Like, the fact that I'm like, there's only a few minutes left. I was like, either we're about to get like blindsided and something really bad's about to happen, or this is a person we know. And the only person I could think that we could know that would fight like that and like appear something similar to that. I mean, the appearance really isn't relevant, I guess. But I was all about Dairon. We finally got Dairon, but we barely got Dairon. I'm happy we're jumping in. Look, we're at 51 likes, everybody. 52 likes. 52 likes. Slap a like. We are jumping into episode 54, and I'm pleased to do so. Matt just finished saying his goodbyes. Let's jump in to episode 54. I'm going to mute this. Oh, wait, it already is muted. Let me mute it over here. Awesome. Great reveal. I'm happy we got it. We're going right in. The well beneath. The well beneath. All right. That Denver Comic-Con they talked about at the end, there is the one I went to and have a picture of me and Taliesin. Oh, dude, I liked ducking better, LOL. Amy France. I don't know if I saw Amy France before. I saw David France. Amy France, what is up if I did not say your name? Amelia, did I? Yeah, I said Amelia. I'm just seeing if I missed any names. I don't think I saw Amy before. If I did, my apologies. But I definitely saw David. David jumped in with the like. But we hit it, guys. 51 likes. We did it again. Celebration time. Last week, same thing, right? We hit 51 likes. We were at 55 for like 4 weeks in a row. We were solid at 55 live. Then after the live stream, we hit like 60, 70 beyond that. Maybe even higher at this point. But we were 55 likes. The first one got a lot. Then like 4 or 5 in a row were like 55, 55, 55. Then the last one just did it with 51. Hey, all I know is I think this is 7 straight. So next month or next week, we'll make 2 months straight of 50 likes or more in a live stream, we stick pretty consistently around 30 people, which is pretty awesome. We have 30 people at all times, and that counts like people jumping in and out. We go as high as 50 or 60 sometimes. Sometimes we go into the 20s, but we're always over 20, 25 people. Like once we get rolling with the episode, we always stay 20, 25 people. I love that we are all like a big happy family in here. I've been quiet. I'm sick, so very low energy. Amy France, get better. I feel sorry for you. David, I hope you are taking great care. I'm sure you are. It's definitely a lot. Definitely a lot. Now I'm totally sidetracked. Definitely a lot of, I don't remember. I talked about so many things. 1540 is when the recap ends. The dude, you are what I was waiting for. 1540. But yeah, guys, if you like fantasy type stuff, earlier I was talking about new movie, just came out. I don't even know where you could get it because I got it by illegal means, possibly. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not liable. But it was called Unwelcome, and it looked like it was filmed in Ireland, beautifully shot. I don't know who directed it, but it was beautifully shot. Many famous actors. Hodor from Game of Thrones was in it. A couple other famous dudes. That Irish guy that's in everything with the curly hair that's always real violent. You want to beat his ass. I can't think of his name right now, but he's in like everything where there's an Irish guy. It's great little movie. And the last 30 minutes is like this awesome little fantasy thing done with practical, and I'm assuming there was some CGI because of some things that happened, but I thought it was like wonderfully done. It's more of a horror movie, but honestly, it was, in my mind, more of like a thriller. It was basically like kind of like a Leprechaun tale, like some sort of thriller lore in Ireland, but it wasn't leprechauns. It was goblins. In the synopsis, it says something about like little goblins, blah, 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 blah. But it was done well. And I like that they actually showed them. It wasn't like a bunch of like blindly, like real quick shots where you're like, what the hell did I just see? They literally like sit on shots for a couple minutes. You could like very distinctly identify the look, and each one is unique in its own way. It's great stuff. I should have like, honestly, it was one of those like B-list looking horror movies at first. And then when I started watching, I'm like, they put money into this. This is like, they got it. There's like famous actors. They got like beautifully shot. There's a lot of different things going on. I know that's totally not even related to this, but I just thought it was interesting because of the fantasy aspect with the goblins and everything. And that's like literally what I watched at like 3:00 in the morning last night. I was finishing up the last of my little errands and stuff. Like I told you guys last week, I focused on getting all my most annoying tasks done, and I did. But now this week is like getting all the confirmations that things are done and filing it away. And by the end of this month, I feel like I will have everything resolved in my life as far as like needing to do annoying shit. Obviously, I still got to work every day and live a life, but it will be better. Thanks, y'all. David went out and got me orange juice and Chinese food. Amazing. I hope he got some for himself as well. He just gave you all the Chinese food. And he's like, that is how much I love you. Lex is free on YouTube, but it's not the greatest show. But it's also, you should definitely, honestly, Malamute, if it's on YouTube, because of what I said earlier, YouTube shows give me such easy edits. And when did it come out? Did it come out after Farscape? And then I heard people say that's why Farscape stopped. Or maybe the reason, or was the reason. But I'm assuming it started in the early 2000s then, because Farscape was 1999 first season. Reason I ask is I want something in that, like I want something in the 90s or the early 2000s. Nothing much older than that. Preferably, like I have said this many times, one of my favorite shows growing up was 90210. I understand the type of show it is, and I loved it. That and One Tree Hill. I've never seen Dawson's Creek. I've never seen any of the others, Melrose Place. I've never seen any of those shows. But 90210 and One Tree Hill, for some reason, I was like obsessed with. But like recently I rewatched a 90210 episode. Somebody gave me like a box set of old episodes and they're like remastered. And I was like, oh my God, I love that look. I just love that old, like early 90s cheese fest look where everything was like, I mean, that's got to be one of the weirdest fads and errors that ever happened. But I dig it. I dig going back to it. Babylon 5, I've never seen it. That has come up before. Recently, it came up in something, but I've never seen Babylon 5 before. Oh, Lex started in 1997. Jesus, way $2 stereotypes. What is $2? Babylon 5, 1994 to 99. I remember that show all the time. He's all right. I think I'll keep him. Lex and Farscape were kind of flagship shows for sci-fi. So Babylon 5 actually fits right into that realm. The only reason I never watched Babylon 5 is I never got into Star Trek. And Babylon 5 reminded me a lot of like Deep Space Nine, I feel like, or something like that. Whatever was on at that time. I feel like it was like very similar to that. And I never got into that. So I kind of made like a similar connection. Like, even though Babylon 5 is totally separate, in my mind, I'm like, they're the same. Like, I don't get that world kind of thing. But I've never seen Babylon 5. One Tree Hill was better than Dawson's Creek. I never saw it, but my brother and sister are like adore the Gilmore. I think it's Gilmore Girls, the Gilmore Girls, whatever it is. My brother raved about it, like rewatched it at least 2 times, maybe the whole thing. My sister got into it, binged the whole thing. I've never seen it, and they rave about it. Gilmore Girls, never seen it. I hear it's amazing. But like, those are all like interesting kind of, those are different shows, way different than anything I watch on the channel. But I wouldn't mind watching something like that because of the fact that it reminds me of the good old days. Because that is what Weird Al Yankovic told me in a song. All right, everyone give me your thumbs up. We're going to sync up. It's 1540, was it? Did I just happen to have that? I don't think it's 1540. I don't remember going right to it, but it's 1540. So either I did it and I forgot, or I psychically clicked on the exact second. So let's get the clock. Is the clock still up, or did I kill the clock? Oh no, the clock's still over here. All right. So we're going to do 1540, guys. Everyone get ready. 1540. Let me back this up. Back it up. Oop, oop, oop. Get this to 0. 1540. Set new time. Boop. And where's the break in this one? I guess we'll look real quick. Ready? Whoop. Oop. There it is. The break is at... Oh, so that'll work out nicely. The break is at 2 hours. So we'll do 30 minutes. We're going to have... It's going to be another one of those where we're going to have like one part this week. We'll have enough for one part, like 15, 20 minutes for one part. Unless I split into 10 minutes. We'll probably just do one part that's like 15, 20 minutes, plus talking and everything with the Patreon hour. And then the rest of the episode, it's another like hour and a half. So that's where we stand for this coming week. We're going to do Talks Machina tomorrow. You guys know the deal. Talks Machina. That'll come out tomorrow. And then everybody give me the thumbs up. I already see you doing it. Oh my God. Good Old Days by Weird Al is my favorite song on that album. I know the whole thing by heart. Those were the good old days. I haven't sang it in a while, but if I thought about it, I'm sure I could remember most of them. But those were the good old days. That was like a Weird Al original. That was phenomenal. Weird Al used to make a lot of, if you think about it, a lot of his originals were related to love story related kind of songs, or at least incorporated love into them. Most of the originals, like I can't think of anything else right now off the top of my head, but I feel like it. I also like You Don't Love Me Anymore. How do you like that one? Got a funny feeling you don't love me anymore. That one is like freaking amazing. And it's a whole song about how his wife literally tries to kill him like every day. And he's singing like this lovely ballad about how he has this weird feeling that his wife doesn't love him anymore. And every day she tries to kill him in the most bizarre, like ridiculous ways. Like it isn't like subtle. Like she goes out of her way to try to kill her husband, but it's like an amazing song. I had my tray table up and my seat back in the full upright position. You Don't Love Me Anymore is great. There's another one I used to love. That was like, oh, I can't remember, but Weird Al was my shit. I used to love it. Dairon is awesome. They took on 3 people at the same time and one. Ow. I just like coughed and breathed at the same time. Dairon. All right, so let's we're gonna radiator. Everyone thumbs up. So let's do that first. Get into this shindig. Here we go. Everybody, get ready for the countdown. We got 3, 2, 1. Never mind. I'm a total bastard. I was clicking the wrong button. Ready, everybody? I apologize. You slammed my face down on the barbecue grill. Now the scars have all healed, but my heart never will. You set my house on fire. Oh my God, I'm trying to think of I know the lyrics after it. I haven't heard it in so long, but I love that song. You set my house on fire. Oh God, I can hear it in my head. Anyway, back to the beginning. 3, 2, 1, go. We're in. Matt Mercer. We're in a room with Dairon. Dairon. Radiators, everybody. We got 30 minutes. We're going to go right to about 30 minutes. If we can end it a little sooner, if there's a good spot, I might, just so we have a little more time for YouTube. But if not, whatever. Dairon, tell us what you're doing. Oh my God. Everyone looked so, like I looked down and then in my mind, everyone was still supposed to look the same. But I'm forgetting, like Marisha's makeup. I did not expect to see Marisha differently. I pulled out my chest hairs with an old pair of pliers. In my head, I heard pliers. But I was like, what is pliers? Those were the good old days. The years go by, but the memory stays. And those were the good old days. Radiators. Message. Caleb pulled out his wire, everybody. Close your eyes. All right, guys. We got 25 minutes to kill this whole drink. This is the rest of the bourbon I have, and then I got to buy something new for next week. Love Sam's shirt. I didn't take a look at it yet. Is that... Whose face is that? Is that Sam's face? I can't tell whose face that is. Oh my God, look at the... What the hell is on his flask? A businessman goblin? That reminds me of a gremlin. What is that? Is that not in a business suit with a... Guys, still continue to like. If we somehow miraculously hit 100 likes in 30 minutes, I will dance for 1 straight hour while watching the rest of the episode. Victor. It's Big Go the. Oh, it's Vigo the Car. Is it Vigo? No friggin' way. Is it Vigo the Carpathian of Nadavia? Vigo the Carpathian Nadavia. My God, I have a poster of him. I literally have a poster of him hanging up. I have the actual picture of Vigo from Ghostbusters 2. It just looks weird zoomed in like that. Like all I see is the eyes squinted. The Court from Sesame Street and Not combined are on the flask. The Court from the Count, is that what it is? The Count from Sesame Street. It's Vigo the Carpathian from Ghostbusters 2 on his shirt. Yes, no, it's Matt. Oh, is it? I want it to be Vigo. Oh my God, it kind of looks like Matt. It is Matt, but it does look like Vigo. Oh my God. I in my head, I'm like, I'm so mad at myself. I literally have a picture. I have a literal framed picture of Vigo. Ghostbusters 2 is one of those guilty pleasure movies where I know it's not great, but I think it is such a lovable, rewatchable sequel to a movie. It may not be a masterpiece that'll win awards, but I think everything about it is like a cherished, lovable memory. Where the first one was more scary. The first one was more like horrific. The second one was like silly and made you feel good to live in New York and know that the Statue of Liberty could come to life whenever needed and save your life. That's what I learned. That's why I live in New Jersey. I live as close to the Statue of Liberty as humanly possible. And this is all I can afford. I can't afford New York. It is Matt Mercer. I want to know if, like, I want Sam to go to a 5-star restaurant wearing that shirt. Like a suit and tie type thing, but you wear it, like, as an undershirt under your jacket. Like not a suit and tie, like a jacket kind of restaurant. Love Vigo, the scourge of Carpathia. He sat on a throne of blood. What was shall be, what is shall be no more. This is the season of evil. Evil? I've watched that movie about 1,000 times in my life. Command me, Lord. The Corinne. Do. I'll watch Ghostbusters 2 more than I'll watch Back to the Future 2. I agree. Although I also adore Back to the Future 2. That's like a loaded question, sort of, because there's not many sequels I'd rather watch over Ghostbusters or over Back to the Future 2. That just happened to be one of the few I think I would. That Gremlins 2, I'm sorry. I find Gremlins 2 more laughably enjoyable than Back to the Future 2. Even though I think it's an amazing sequel and done greatly. But I will watch Back to the Future 1 over all of them. Back to the Future 1, I will watch over all of them. That's an example of one of the franchises that I think the first one is not only the masterpiece, but also the rewatchable one. Because a lot of times they're different. A lot of times there's rewatchable ones in the franchise that aren't the masterpiece. I think Back to the Future, the first, is a freaking gem all around. Might be in my top 5 movies of all time. I've seen that 5 billion times. Give or take 1 or 2. Your knowledge of that movie is on par with my knowledge of Dumb and Dumber, line by line. Dumb and Dumber, I've seen a lot, but I couldn't quote it nearly as much as other Jim Carrey movies. Like Ace Ventura, 1 or 2, I could quote that endlessly. The Mask, a little bit. I used to love The Mask. But Dumb and Dumber, even though I've seen it a lot, it wasn't one of those movies where I watched it enough to memorize it line to line. Back to the Future, I could sit there with the volume off and tell you every line. Me and my brother, we grew up with a couple VHS tapes, and Back to the Future was one of them. So, like, we only had a choice of like 5. So we were like, all right, Back to the Future again. We didn't have options. So Back to the Future, even though I mean, hey, we could have had worse, right? We had to rewatch one of the greatest movies of all time over and over throughout our childhood. Painful torture. Empire Strikes Back, Pirates of the Caribbean 2 is better than the first. I would agree with that. I would also agree with Empire being better than the original Star Wars. I think Return of the Jedi is the best of the 3. I think Empire is a masterpiece, more so than the first, and more enjoyable than the first. But I think Return of the Jedi is that goofiness that I want, like Gremlins 2, like Back to the Future 2, like Ghostbusters 2. I think Return of the Jedi was that goofiness. For some reason, Empire just like blew everybody's expectations away in all the right ways. But Return of the Jedi was to me what all the other sequels were in the other great franchises of the 80s. Like Beverly Hills Cop 2, I love the Beverly Hills Cop franchise, even 3. And they're coming out with a 4th. But I think Beverly Hills Cop 2 is the best one. And that, I think it's a better all around. I think it's a better movie. I think it's a more enjoyable, rewatchable movie. I think the first Beverly Hills Cop was too dark. Like in the beginning, they murder his friend. Like you see his friend get murdered. And then it's like just very violent and dark. Same with Lethal Weapon. The very first Lethal Weapon is hardcore. I dig it, don't get me wrong. But as a mass audience, it's very dark. And then the sequels were like more lighthearted with the action. But Lethal Weapon 1 and Beverly Hills Cop 1, you go back and watch those, there's some dark, like violent movies. And the sequels are like you got Joe Pesci like, you're having a baby. That's great. Like that's what ends up happening. In the first one, you have Riggs smacking himself in the face, about to jump off a building and kill like 8 innocent people holding babies. And like that's part 1 for you. Almost blow up on the shitter in part 2. And then you have Joe Pesci selling cars. And Chris Rock comes in and marries your daughter. That's Lethal Weapon. And they're making a 5th one, I heard. A new one. They're making a new one. That and Beverly Hills Cop. Crazy. And I am paying attention to the conversation. Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm hearing everything. We got Dairon in the house. Cheers to everybody. I'm having a great night. I hope you all are as well. We're going to get out early today. We're going to get out of school early today. 10:30 looks like. A cluster. Honestly, I don't think we came unnoticed. She's saying, I'm surprised you came unnoticed with such a cluster of folks. I don't like most of them. I think you're one of the ones she don't like. Dairon ain't a fan of Jester. Dairon is not a fan. I had a 2-episode VHS of Ninja Turtles. The one with the neutrinos, Child's Play, which terrified me, and a VHS of some creepy board game my sister had. Oh my God. Remember when, I used to have a lot of those board games where you needed a VHS. I had California Dreams, I think it was, where you would go around a board and depending on the spot, you'd play a part of the tape. And if the guy performed the trick, you'd get money. And if he failed, you'd lose money or something. And I remember it was something like California Dreamin' or Dreams. I don't know. Something crazy. But it was a board game with a VHS tape. That was a thing. Oh. All right. So focus up. I heard that. So we're good. right, so Dairon is on a mission. Well, I mean, I figured so much. I wasn't honestly sure though. Like I was like, is it possible Dairon is out looking for specifically Bo? The Dunamancy, the Kryn have. They're saying right now, like it's not understood. We have no idea what this is. And didn't Matt? I think in Talks Machina, Matt said how we don't even know. I think he said it was uniquely made by him. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure in Talks Machina, Matt said Dunamancy is something he created or at least adapted on for this, something to that effect. Yeah, neither do we. We have no. We're not on like any time clock, so we might as well just do what we got to do. A homebrew by Matt. I saw the dude say it. Going back to Ninja Turtles, I used to have a VHS tape of turtles coming out of their shell. The tour, like you got it at Pizza Hut. I've talked about this before, but my girlfriend at the time worked at Pizza Hut, and she got me the VHS tape of Ninja Turtles coming out of their shelves live tour. That was one of the scariest things you'll ever see. Horrifying. In all the right ways. Dairon. She just like made fun of how we travel in a group. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense, but I would love if Dairon came with us. Matt made Dunamancy. Splinter's Skipping Stones song was my jam. I had the cassette. I had Secret of the Ooze on VHS. Watched it at least once a week. Secret of the Ooze and the original constantly watched. Once it got to the samurai one and beyond, kind of lost the Ninja Turtle vibe. But 1 and 2, I thought Secret of the Ooze was still, yet again, the sequel, very goofy. The original, very serious, well done, I love it. The sequel, very goofy. I'd say I probably enjoy the first Ninja Turtle better, overall. More enjoyable and a masterpiece, in my mind. I think the first Ninja Turtle movie is still the best Ninja Turtle movie ever made. I don't care what anyone says. I mean, maybe it could be debated. But I honestly think the 1989, I think it's 89, original Ninja Turtle movie, it's one of those things, they just did it so well. And you have Corey Feldman voicing one of them. It would be fun if Dairon went with them. This is Dairon. We're getting introduced. Dairon has been formally introduced to the group now. Bo's like, she literally just said, I have stayed alive this long because I work alone and I'm very stealthy. And Bo's like, hey, everybody, gather around. This person over here, Dairon. In case you didn't know, Dairon, Cobalt Soul, my mentor. Dairon over there. I mean, it was to introduce. I thought she was being polite. I agreed with the action. But then thinking about it, it was probably, we could have been a little different about it, maybe. Babies? You brought me babies? Babies? You brought me babies? Is that Secret of the Ooze? Dunamantic. Dunamantic. Oh my god, I can't say it. Dunamantic. My god, why was it? I feel like David Spade and Tommy Boy. Roids. Dun dun dun. Hey, Dyron is locked in on this goal. Jurassic Park reference. Ah. Sam voiced Donatello in one of the shows or the movies. Had to be one of the newer Michael Bay movies, or probably more likely probably one of the cartoon related things. I've heard good things about recent cartoons. Like in the arcade, I have the most recent 4-player Ninja Turtle game. Massive game. One of the biggest I've ever bought. And it's a throwback to the original with today's animated Ninja Turtle show and like redone it, like levels and stuff with today's technology. Honestly, done amazingly well and beautiful. It's good for nostalgia and good for new people. And the Ninja Turtles in it look like the ones I'm told are the current Ninja Turtles. That's the whole point of my 5-hour talk about it. But it's a great game. I had fun. It had Baxter Stockman, like throwback to old people. It had Krang. And what the hell was the big dude Krang was in? I can't remember the dude that Krang was in. Really good, bro. Oh, we got. Oh my god, my eyes. Is that Daiki DX? Is that Daiki DX? Adventure Time is so good. It is done on Patreon, my friend. Loved it. Great show. Sam was Donnie in 2005. Damn, early on. That was early on. Uh, yeah, what's your real accent? Look at what you look at not. It's a front. This isn't my real. What's your real? On one of the TMNT cartoons pays homage to the old movies. There's a campfire scene and everything. That's pretty. I honestly, I've never seen anything. I haven't seen any of the Michael Bay movies. Nothing against him. I just literally once Secret of the Ooze was done, I kind of just like thought it got too goofy. It felt like they were making it more geared towards children, like real young children. Because I remember seeing bits and pieces of the third one, and it was like low budget trash, like Barney the dinosaur type of shit in my mind. So like once that happened, I like lost its appeal to me. And then once it started probably getting better, I just didn't really care. I mean, nothing against it. I just was doing other things. They lost me basically. Secret of the Ooze was the last good thing I saw. But I mean, the Michael Bay ones I hear aren't bad. The jacked up steroid looking Ninja Turtles is a little odd to me. Like they don't look like the Ninja Turtles I know. The Ninja Turtles I know eat pizza and had like athletic turtle physiques. Those dudes look like you injected them with roids to a point of not safe measures. We're having Dyron talk right now. Don't think his bodysuit had a name. One of the TMNT Oh, I already read that. M. Gormley, what is up? I just saw you. Oh, we are having it out. Look at Matt. It looked like Matt was about to laugh a little bit. Dyron. I feel like Dairon is gonna like dip and then come back in our time of need, like Gandalf. Dairon is gonna come down a mountain with the entire, what is it, cavalry? Who was it? I can't remember. Oh my god, what the hell were their names? Rohan? Was that the riders of Rohan? Or was that somebody else? In fairness, it is for children. The turtles weren't allowed to use their if it is for children, the turtles weren't allowed to use their weapons in the 90s movie. My niece loves them. She's 4. One of the TMNT blah blah blah. I watched a YouTube video about the last Ninja Turtle. Can't remember the name, but it was pretty dark. I loved it. I know the comic books were real dark in general. I never read them, honestly. I never read the old school ones. So I'm not like, I wasn't on like, oh my God, originally I thought they were bad. And then the first thing I think I ever was introduced to was the movies as a kid. I was 8 when it came out. I remember seeing it in theaters. There was like a couple, like that's one of the first movies I remember seeing. That, Michael Keaton Batman, Back to the Future. I saw all these in theaters with my dad. I recall them very vividly. Specific 80s movies. There was like my first introduction to cinema that I remember. I love that we're having it out with Dairon right now. I was like, but I don't think it's going to change anything. Ride of the Ro. Is it Ro? I can never remember how to pronounce it. Still makes me a little misty. Ride of the Ro. I thought it was Rohan, but I could be wrong. Rear hand. Blah, blah, blah. Think before you act, everybody. The comics were based off Daredevil. That's why they have Splinter instead of Stick. I have heard this before. And the Foot Clan. Somebody did tell me this. I forgot, M. Gormley. I forgot until I just read your thing. And I'm like, I do remember hearing this. Cheers, guys. We have 3 minutes left. I can't go over because we already have less time. The goodness of others. I mean, Dairon seems pretty legit. I feel like she was just being defensive and protective of everything. Rohirrim, that's right, the Rohirrim. What is Rohan? Is Rohan something? I feel like I feel like Rohan is also something, but Rohirrim. Hope you live long enough. Look at Marisha's face. Don't get too close. Don't say these things. Rohan is a country. Oh, okay. The Rohirrim are the soldiers and the cavalry. Okay, Rohan. Okay, that's what I was mistaking it for. Did you name your birds? Look at Matt's laughing. Matt's like quietly laughing inside. Good. A, a ferret named Smith. Look at Matt's face. Look at Matt's face. I'm going to stop it there, guys. Only because that is exactly a minute shy of where we started, I think. 2 minutes shy, maybe. But I want to have a little more, and I don't want to start getting into something else. I feel like Dairon's going to start running with something, and we'll do that. What I can't remember. I think you guys said you prefer I do the 20 minutes after the Patreon hour. I'm pretty sure that's how it was. I think I'm going to do Talks Machina tomorrow. I'll get that out tomorrow. And then the Patreon hour, and then like around Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll drop the YouTube, the 20 minutes left. But I feel like you guys said you prefer the last 20. I feel like that would make sense. If it was me, I'd want the last 20 minutes on YouTube, because then that kind of leads into the live stream. Whereas if I do the Patreon hour last, whoever isn't like following along is going to totally miss out. So when are we going to make Jay watch the Fireside Chat? I honestly wouldn't have known that, LOL. I have a lot of cleaning to do, so in case the stream ends while I'm not looking, everyone have a great week, and I will see you in the comments. Ninja, if you want, if you're ready to go, we could take one last hit for you. Then I'm going to run through, say goodnight to everybody. It's almost 10:30, so we're earlier than usual, because usually we have like a 2-hour plus video, and then the 30 minutes. I feel like we started on time and only had an hour and 20 minutes. So even with the 30 minutes, we didn't even hit 2 hours. So we are way earlier. But honestly, I would love to actually go to sleep early tonight. And tomorrow I'll get up early. I want to try to go to sleep early so that I get up early and get everything done. Because usually I end up going to sleep at 2, 3 in the morning. And then I sleep in if I don't have work. And then by the time I get Talks Machina out, it's like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. So hopefully I'll get some good night's rest and we'll all be good. But we'll start from here. I'll probably put it back like a minute just to show the progression of the conversation. But I see Puff Puff. I didn't see Ninja, but Ninja, by the time you see the delay, I got this loaded up already. So whenever I'm bringing out the trash in 1 minute, so perfect timing. All right, Ninja is bringing out the trash. As soon as Ninja tells me. So let's start saying goodnight. We got Kate Shorts. We got Tealbird, Ninja Master, McGuigan, Colvin. Michael is now a moderator. We got Clever Name I made previously. We've got the dude, JB, my moderator since day one. Welcome, my friend. I hope everything was all right. I saw you came in a little late. I don't know if you said why, but I hope you're good. You seem all right. M. Gormley, McGuigan, I already might have said you. If I repeat your name, I apologize for shouting your name so many times. I saw, I'm assuming that's Daiki DX. I saw the chat before, but then I don't know if they stayed in. Either way, Tealbird, Surge 2200, Dark Wolf. We got Belarisha, Malamute. If I missed you, right down below, but I think I got pretty much everybody who was in here in the last hour. Little Power Monster, Nuckin' Futz, Elk, Vero G, Amy France, David France, Amy France, feel better. I hope the Chinese food, it makes me, I'm going to get Chinese food tomorrow. It's literally still in my head. I'm like, I haven't had Chinese food in a while, but I don't want you to think that overrides your wellness. So get better. Amy France, if you're still in here, I think I got pretty much everybody. We got 54 likes. We are almost matching what we did. Guys, if you didn't throw a like up, do it. And we will at least match the beginning, and I'll feel like we aren't trending downwards. We will have 55 likes, and that means we are staying steady. I was afraid after Vox Machina we dip, but we are staying steady. So Ninja has given me the puff puff. Here we go, radiators, and then we will say goodnight. I also have to chug the rest of this drink. I don't think I missed anybody's names, but if I did, you have a couple seconds to say, Jay, what the hell? I thought we were friends, and you forgot my name. Cheers. I have the rest. There's probably about a shot and a half left in here, but I'm going to bed, and this will put me to sleep. So, everybody, cheers. Oh my God, there was so much it didn't even fit in my mouth. That's what she said. She also said, is it Friday yet?